a fetch or retrieval game with our decimal system. I have to warn you though, it's going to be a little strange. Normally when we play this game, we're in school and we have the whole bank set up. So you have the whole bank to choose from. We usually have our decimal cards set up, so it's going to be a little different today. If you want, you can just try and use your mind and just try and remember. If you want, you can use Legos or something like that to represent. Maybe you have, one of those long Lego pads you could use as your thousands, or the smaller Lego squares you can use as your hundreds, and maybe for your tens, one of those bars, and maybe for your ones, like a single Lego. You don't have to do that. Or maybe you can find something else you can use, or like I said, maybe you can just do it in your head, but we're just going to do our best to play this game. All right, so here's how I would play this game with you at school. I would have these all laid out, and then I would say to you, and I know you can't see these yet, I'm going to give you a number, and I'm going to need you to go get that from the bank. And I will show you that number in just a minute. Like I said, I know it's hard for you to see. So, this is the number I'm giving you. If I were to say to you, can you get materials that equal this number, you would have gone to the bank and gotten, let's see, 4,000s, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You also would have gotten 200s. 1, 2. You also would have gotten 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you also would have gotten 4 ones. One, 2, 3, 4. So it would have looked like this: 4,000s, 200s, and 64, or 6 tens and 4 ones. So if you would have done it like that, you would have been right. Let's go on to the next one. All right, so let's do the next one. Let's see, if I were to put out show it to you again, don't worry. So it would look a little like this. Think about that for a minute. And now I'll say it to you. 6,000s, 814, or another way to say it would be 6,000s, 800s, 110, and 4 units. Are you ready? Tower's getting tall. 800s, my 110, and my 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So this is what 6,814 looks like. Let's do another one. Okay, I'm all ready for our next one. Let's see. All right, so let's put this all together. I'll give you a minute to look at it, think about it. All right, you ready to see if you got it right? Let's see. First thing we need to get is 2,000s. You are right. 1, 2. The next thing we need to get is 200 squares. 1, 2. All right, now let's take a look at our 10s. Yeah, 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now our 1s. Yep. 1, 2, and 3. So if you were thinking that 2,263 looked like this, you were right. Let's do another one. All right, here's our next one. Let's see here. Okay, let's put those together. Give you a minute to think about that. All right, if you're ready, let's find out what you have. Well, we have to start right here with the 1,000 cubes. And how many of those will I get? Yep, 5. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, 4. There we go. 5. All right, let's take a look at our 100 squares. How many do we need? Yep, 1. Easy, right? 1. Okay, now our 10 bars. How many? Yeah, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and our units, or our 1s, yeah, 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if you've noticed this, but this game is the exact opposite game, or just a reverse game, of our mystery decimal game, which is kind of cool. I like that it does that. So, if you thought 5,177 looked like this, you were right. Let's do one more, and I'll make it extra tricky. All right? Okay. All right, here's the challenge. See if you're up for it. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Here we go. Bet you're thinking I forgot something. I didn't. I'm just being tricky. So this is what this number would look like. How are you going to do that? I'll let you think about it for a minute. Well, let's start over here. So start the same way you always do. How many 1,000 cubes do you need? 3. Okay, that's fairly easy, fairly straightforward. 3 thousands. All right, so how many 100 squares do we need? I thought I would trick you. That's 0. You don't need any. Let's move along. How many 10s do you need? Yep, 5. Let's get them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many 1s or units do you need? None. You don't need any. So, if you thought 3,050 look like this, you were right. Now, if you're a little confused, let me say this in a different way. 3 thousands, 0 hundreds, 5 tens, and 0 units. I bet you get it now. It's a little tricky, I know, but this is going to get you ready for the next part of the decimal games that we'll be playing. So I hope you had fun, and remember, you can go through and play it as many times as you want, or maybe you can figure out a way to play it at home with your parents. I'll see you next time.